Hey, what's going on, people? I know you guys can hear me. Yeah, where I'm at right now, it's like 40 degrees outside. I want to protect my my pores so I don't get sick. My nose, my mouth. Talking too much can make you sick. Pathogens can get inside your mouth. Exposing your nose to the cold can get you sick. Anyway, walking to the store, and I was doing some homework last night. I was looking at proposed amendments to the Constitution, and one amendment that I feel will see they'll never. Um, I believe the last amendment to the Constitution was in 1992. They will never. Some of the proposed amendments, I actually thought they were actually worth, uh, adding to the Constitution. This amendment was concerning the rights of victims because I've been a victim of a crime before, twice, and it explains how there's too many there's too much advocacy for prisoners than it is their victims. I literally spent 2 hours listening to the horrors of the Florida Department of Corrections, this place called Lake Butler Reception Center. I wasn't really far there myself. I was listening to them talk about two racist prison guards, how they would cover up people's deaths. They would bury bodies and construct buildings under the bodies. And that's horrible to listen to. I could barely get through it. But I think about what they did that landed them there. Now, there are victimless crimes that I consider like drug dealing. Oh, no. You know what? That was an asinine statement to make because there is no such thing as a victimless crime because any crime you do can affect somebody. If you smoke crack and you have loved ones, you affect them. If you sell drugs and people die on your product, you kill people. You end life. If you rob a bank, people are left with PTSD. There is no such thing as a victimless crime. And if it is, let me know in the comment section. But what about the victims of crimes? Where are the rights for them? Because all I got was some lousy paper in the mail talking about it was, I forgot what it was concerning, but they just sent me a paper in the mail. Oh yeah, it was about compensation when I got robbed and they took my phone and the dollar I had. Now, the people that robbed me, it was a Puerto Rican and it was a black guy. If they were to get caught, I took the stand and I got them convicted of what they did to me. And this happened 8 years ago. And everything I've been through, would I want to see them tortured and harassed and beaten and starved and assaulted in prison by guards? No. Even though they are the reason why I have PTSD, why I say the things I say, why I say the things about the black community, would I want to see them be tortured in jail? Absolutely not, because that's not your job to do, guard, prison, correctional officer. Your job is to correct. Your job is to rehabilitate. Obviously, that's not what the prison system is. It's a business. You know, it's modern day slavery. As cliche as that sounds, it's nothing corrective about prison, the prison system. But what about the victims? What about the victims of crimes? You know, what about the victims Why don't we advocate for them? Because they suffer more. You think you're suffering in jail. What about that person you stuck up at gunpoint? What about the dope fiend you sold crack to, or heroin, or fentanyl to? Pretty sure they're suffering. They're still strung out on your product. But let's talk about the real victims.